I think you know that these last 4 years haven't been so good as the president just described, and that you don't feel like you're confident that the next 4 years are going to be much better either. I can tell you that if you were to elect President Obama, you know what you're going to get. You're going to get a repeat of the last 4 years. We just can't afford 4 more years like the last 4 years.
Did they come in and inherit a tough situation? Absolutely. But we're going in the wrong direction. Look at where we are. The economy is barely limping along. It's growing at 1.3%. That's slower than it grew last year, and last year was slower than the year before.
He said that by now we'd have unemployment at 5.4%. The difference between where it is and 5.4% is 9 million Americans without work.
We're heading in the wrong direction. 23 million Americans are struggling for work today. 15% of Americans are living in poverty today. This is not what a real recovery looks like.
He said he would have by now put forward a plan to reform Medicare and Social Security, because he pointed out they're on the road to bankruptcy. He would reform them. He'd get that done. He hasn't even made a proposal on either one. I'll reach out to both sides of the aisle. I'll bring people together, doing big things for the common good. I won't just represent one party. I'll represent one nation. He said in his first year he'd put out an immigration plan that would deal with our immigration challenges. Didn't even file it.
Mitt Romney and I will not duck the tough issues. And we will not blame others for the next 4 years. We will take responsibility.
This is a president who has not been able to do what he said he'd do. He said that he'd cut in half the deficit. He hasn't done that either. In fact, he doubled it. How about food stamps? When he took office, 32 million people were on food stamps. Today, 47 million people are on food stamps.
It's not working. It's failed to create the jobs we need. President Obama, he had his chance. He made his choices.
He said that by now middle-income families would have a reduction in their health insurance premiums by $2,500 a year. It's gone up by $2,500 a year. The middle class is getting crushed under the policies of a president who has not understood what it takes to get the economy working again. He keeps saying, look, I've created 5 million jobs. That's after losing 5 million jobs.
This is not what a real recovery looks like.
5 million jobs doesn't even keep up with our population growth. Unemployment has not been reduced in this country. The unemployment, the number of people who are still looking for work, is still 23 million Americans. The president wants to do well, I understand, but the policies he's put in place, from Obamacare to Dodd-Frank, to his tax policies, to his regulatory policies, these policies combined have not led this economy take off and grow like it could have.
We face a very big choice. What kind of country are we going to be? What kind of country are we going to give our kids?
I don't believe this is a moment when our big dreams will be satisfied with a small agenda. I'll lead America to a better place, where confidence in the future is assured, not questioned. This is not a time for America to settle.
The president has tried, but his policies haven't worked. That's what this election is about. It's about who can get the middle class in this country a bright and prosperous future and assure our kids the kind of hope and optimism they deserve.
And if there's anyone worried that the last 4 years are the best we can do, if there's anyone who fears that the American dream is fading, if there's anyone who wonders whether better jobs and better paychecks are things of the past, I have a clear and unequivocal message. With the right leadership, America will come roaring back. There's much more to this than just being our moment. It's America's moment of renewal and purpose and optimism. We've journeyed a long way in this great campaign for America's future, and now we're almost home. This Tuesday is a moment to look into the future and imagine what we can do to put the past 4 years behind us and start building a new future. On November 6th, we come together for a better future. And on November 7th, we'll get to work. That better life is out there. It's waiting for us. Our destiny is in the hands of the American people.
And the choice rests with you, and we ask you for your vote.